Well, hello YouTube. Look, as I said, the issue isn't creating the content. At the end, the issue is not creating the content. It's... okay, for me, it's not creating the content, it's not putting the content forth. It's a case of my internet being the biggest bottleneck. I would say, yes, the biggest bottleneck. I can create content like there's no tomorrows, like Snap, like that, and, you know, I can argue relative points about things, subjects and things that I want to talk about technical stuff, and whether it be technical related to computers, tablets, smartphones, whatever the fuck you want to talk about, technically speaking. That stuff I can talk about till the cows come home, but at the end of it, the issue comes out of me being able to get the content up fast enough that it, you know, it doesn't basically just get... This is competing with other channels, well, not just competing, but I mean, it is a sense of competitiveness as well. But, you know, it's getting the content out there fast enough to be able to be picked up fast enough. And, you know, just the fact that the content doesn't come across as much when you have a slower system and a slower upload speed on top of that. Being able to do all the gaming and everything else that I want at the same time isn't always easy either, mainly because I don't have the capacity to actually do gaming and streaming at the same time, sometimes, in some situations, especially if I want to do online multiplayer gaming, which can be rather hard with you know, streaming factors, in particular when you're streaming stuff and you're trying to stream it, on top of trying to stream the crap that you're trying to stream, you know, aside from streaming it, you're also a little bit annoyed because you can't play online with somebody at the same time you're doing that. Which, as I said, it becomes a bit of an annoyance and a bit frustrating, and not just frustrating, but it can be something to really get you going. I mean, to be honest, it's just that it does piss me off. So many times I've had to call my speed, and it's like... Because, I mean, to be honest, I'm always fine-tuning my connection. I never stop fine-tuning it and adjusting it. Mostly with cable and fibre optic connections and things like that, you're not going to have to adjust it as much, because most of it's on the ISP's end, you know, in most cases, unless it's down to the router that you're using as well. But, you know, as I said, ADSL is a data technology by far, and probably one of the worst technologies that Australia can possibly have, but we do have it, and, you know, ADSL 2 or ADSL 1 for that matter. The crappiest line sync shit that I've ever seen in my life. And at the end of it, who's to blame for this? Our current government would be definitely on the top of that list. But aside from our current government, there's also a lot of other entities as well, included Telstra, which was a government-owned company until a certain point. Now it's a privatised telco, which owns every fucking phone line in the entire country, but which has been sold off to the NBN. And now the NBN owns every phone line, but are not willing to fix the phone lines because there's so many fucking issues with them. But then people are starting to fix stuff. It comes and goes. See, this is the thing. They're starting to fix some of it, but they're not going to fix all of it, because, you know, I mean, it depends on the ratio and how many people are actually, you know, registered with these things. On the plus side, I did actually go to the NBN website, and they had some informative information about the internet, or the NBN rollout, a little bit. And they gave me an email option, which will email me exactly when the rollout's coming to my area. But it's still frustrating to have to wait for the damn rollout so often, just because of the fact that if we'd had the fibre optic plan, I don't know, it lists my suburb and a few other suburbs in that list, and they're supposed to be done by 2015, but apparently now it's 2016. I don't know, it seems like things were just, you know, it seems things were on schedule, and as soon as the government changed policies and changed hands, everything just went to shit. So yeah, rather frustrating, rather annoying. It happens, but I can't do much about it at this point. I just got to wait it out and see exactly which direction it's going to go. You know, if it goes in a bad direction, it goes in a bad direction. But at this point in time, I'm just stuck in internet limbo with my connection, which periodically goes up and down of being good to bad to good to bad to terrible, depending on the situation. And there's moments where there's like might be a voltage. Battery voltage on the line, things like that, water lock lines, stuff of that nature. So, absolutely abysmal. Sometimes it can be absolutely abysmal. frustrating, a big pain in the ass, and can absolutely drive me crazy. To be honest, it does drive me crazy sometimes, the way these fucking companies go on, and the way some shit does go on. But it's alright, it happens, I understand that it happens, but it still doesn't mean that it gets me shitty, because I've got everything in line where I want it right now, whereas, you know, I've got my fire extinguisher, I've got all my stuff to be able to do my proper equipment, my little workbench, test bench that I can do videos on and everything else like that. I've got it all set up now very nicely. The problem that I have at this point in time is that I can't do all those videos necessarily because I'm stuck in the limbo point with it, because I'm like, okay, hold on a second, I can't do this. No, I can record the content, it's a case of getting the videos uploaded, which, to be honest, I feel more motivated in myself when I can actually upload the videos faster and I can put them through faster and actually get them to upload properly. If that wasn't such a big issue and it wasn't such always a big problem at times to get those videos uploaded, maybe my motivation would be have a little more oomph in it at times. I'd be more motivated to make videos and more motivated to get out there and push it, you know what I mean? But because of the fact that I'm stuck in limbo and a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, and it's not all of it, I admit it's not all of it, but you know, there is stuff that I'm still stuck in limbo with, and it does not mean it does not piss me off to the absolute maximum. I mean, I've got videos to edit. I'm not arguing that. I mean, I can edit the videos, and that's not a big issue. But at the same time, I've also got the fact that I can pump out content pretty regularly when it comes to me talking about tech stuff and being a tech-savvy person, talking about a lot of the subject that I talk about, whether it be toolkits or whatever. My point is that, I enjoy this stuff, and, I'd be feeling a bit more motivated if I could get things a little more substantial. I'll be right back. As I said, I would feel more motivated in my own right. Honestly, at the end of it, I'd feel more motivated if I could get the content out faster, push it out a little faster, and just get things going in the right direction in general. That'd be great. But of course, that's not always going to happen. It's not. It's like life. You don't always have the motivation you expect or want in life. In some cases, but it does get me a little annoyed when I've got so many videos that I want to get out and I want to upload and I want to be able to do them like that, snap of my finger and they're done, which I've made the simplified the situation a bit more for myself. There's a lot of tools that have made the job simpler, but at the other side of the spectrum too, you've got to consider the fact that even with those tools, there's also the factor of, it's got like 10 hours or something to upload. I mean, look, the average video on some of my videos is like 10 hours, sometimes 15 hours, sometimes more. And between that time period, not being able to upload it like within an hour or two or less can make the content old by the time you've already fucking uploaded it. Which is the problem. See, inherently when I'm doing this, that's the issue that I'm having. Some of my content will be older, and I'll try to upload it first, but I won't always be able to upload it first because of the fact of my internet being the biggest pain in the ass when it comes to uploading anything in a timely manner. That's the problem. I mean, and something that can't really be helped, unfortunately, at this point, because it's just how it is. It's an unfortunate side effect. So, at the end of that spectrum, I've come to the conclusion that there's some things you can do stuff about. I mean, to be honest, I've been looking towards getting a petition together to actually say that the NBN needs to be more widespread in Canberra. There are a lot of areas that have been done in Canberra, but I don't know what it is about. I mean, Flory is not a bad suburb, and I don't know why it has been excluded from a lot of the stuff, but I think there's a few suburbs, including Charlton and a few other places around, that have been totally excluded, either because it's people in the low income bracket, or it's people in a certain bracket, or maybe it's just the fact that those particular areas are being avoided because it's such a big area. But it's still frustrating, and it's still annoying when your area is not included in the NBN rollout plan or any type of rollout plan. Yeah, a lot of fucking frustrating to be truthful. So, as I was saying, I did a video on my I did a video on my fire extinguisher. Great little piece of kit, to be honest. This is the this is the power pack I was talking about that I did a little review on before. Not overly bad, not overly crap either. It does a really good job. Charging sense of things, it seems to always have good charge run on it. Flashlight on there. I'm just wondering why. I'm guessing you can probably see things anyway, but this has got a charging pack on it, which is spectacular, and the fact that it works. I tried on the day that I took it with me. I was having problems with my phone. Just turn this on, just actually see if it charges. Because I wasn't actually having problems with my phone at the time, but I was having... Once the battery done an initial charge cycle of charging the phone, I did notice that I had to basically stick it back in the sun, or I stuck it in the sun after I got home and just left it in the sun for a morning sun bake, basically to absorb the stuff through the solar cell, through the solar panel on top, and that worked. I did find that with the that seems to be working properly now. I did find once you actually flattened the battery that was being charged by the solar panel, that it would actually need time to recharge that battery internally through the sun, obviously, through sunlight and everything else. And once that was recharged, everything else would seem to function normally. I did notice. I just did notice that little thing, which I didn't realise. I mean, there was probably because I didn't really read the instructions on this at the time. Not immensely, anyway. But I'm actually trying to figure out if it's one of the. Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm not sure at this point because it might have been the cable I was using, because I was using a Samsung cable at the time. It's not really designed for a HTC phone, so it might have been the Samsung cable that I was using at the time that had the issue. So I'm guessing it's most likely the Samsung cable. Alright, anyway, thank you very much, YouTube. Alright, thank you very much, YouTube. Stay tuned to my channel. Obviously, you've got Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch TV if you're interested in some of my broadcasting stuff that I do, my technical stuff, my technical side of things. I'm always interested in all this different stuff as well. And this little power cell has not been too bad. To be honest, it hasn't been too bad, and I've been pretty happy with it so far. Haven't found anything too bad that's caused me issues with it, so yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, thank you very much, YouTube. Catch you. Bye.